The house was quiet in a way that felt unnatural, not peaceful, not calm. It was the kind of silence that pressed against the ears, heavy and suffocating, as if the walls themselves were holding their breath. Aisha stood in the narrow hallway outside the bedroom, barefoot on the cold marble floor. The clock in the living room ticked loudly, too loudly. Every second sounded like a warning. She held a white envelope in her trembling hand. Inside were photographs. Proof! Her fingers tightened around the edges until the paper bent. The bedroom door was half open. Light spilled out from inside, warm and yellow, a cruel contrast to the storm raging inside her chest. From the doorway, she could see her husband, Hamza, sitting on the edge of the bed, his phone in his hands, a faint smile on his face, the kind of smile he hadn't given her in months. He didn't hear her. He didn't feel the moment his entire life was about to split in two. Aisha didn't knock. She pushed the door open. The hinge made a soft sound. Hamza looked up. "Oh, you're home early?" His voice was casual. Too casual, as if nothing in the world was wrong. She said nothing. Her eyes moved from his face to the phone in his hand. The screen lit up. A message preview flashed for half a second before he locked it. "I missed last night." Her heart did not break loudly. It didn't shatter in some dramatic way like in the movies. It simply stopped. For a moment, Aisha thought she might faint. The room tilted, and a wave of heat rushed through her body. But she didn't fall. She stood there, still, silent. Hamza frowned. "Aisha, what's wrong? Why are you looking at me like that?" She walked forward slowly, each step careful, controlled. She placed the envelope on the bed between them. He glanced down at it. "What's this?" She still said nothing. He picked it up, curious now, and pulled out the photographs. The color drained from his face. One by one, he looked at them. Him, another woman, a hotel room, their bodies close, intimate, familiar, caught, red-handed. The room seemed to shrink around them. "Aisha, listen," he began. But she raised her hand, not violently, not angrily, just enough to stop him. Her eyes were dry, her face calm. That was what frightened him. You went through my things?" he said weakly, as if that was the real crime. She tilted her head slightly, studying him like a stranger, like a man she had never known. Finally, after what felt like a lifetime, she spoke. Only 2 words. "Is this her?" Her voice did not shake. It didn't crack. It was steady. Hamza swallowed. His mouth opened, then closed again. "It's not what you think." Aisha almost laughed. Almost. But instead, she stepped back. He reached out. "Aisha, please." It was a mistake. One time, I swear. She looked at his hand on her arm. Didn't pull away. Didn't hold it. Just looked. "A mistake?" she repeated softly. He nodded quickly, desperation in his eyes. "Yes, I was lonely. You've been busy, distant. I didn't mean for it to happen. Busy, distant." The words echoed in her mind. She remembered the nights she waited for him with dinner growing cold. The mornings she woke alone. The messages left on scene, the excuses. She had blamed herself. She had thought maybe she wasn't enough. And now he stood here, telling her that betrayal was an accident. She gently removed his hand from her arm. "No," she said quietly. "You chose." Her calm unsettled him more than shouting ever could. He stood up from the bed. "Aisha, don't do this." "We can fix this. I'll end it. I promise." Her lips curved into something that was not a smile. "I know," she said. He blinked. You know?" She nodded slowly. "I know you will." Relief flashed across his face. He stepped closer. Then we're okay?" She looked at him. Truly looked. At the man she had married. The man she had trusted with her heart, her future, her everything. And in that moment, something inside her went very still. "No," she said. "We are not okay." His brow furrowed. "Then what do you want?" For the first time, her eyes hardened. "I want you to live with what you've done." He let out a nervous laugh. "I already feel terrible." She didn't react. "That," she said softly, "is not what I mean." He studied her face, suddenly unsure. "Aisha, you're scaring me." She turned away from him and walked toward the window. Outside, the city lights flickered like distant stars. For a long time, she said nothing. Then, you think I'm going to scream, cry, break things, beg you to stay? She turned back. But I won't. Her voice was calm, cold. I won't tell your family. I won't cause a scene. I won't even tell her that I know. He stared at her. You won't? No. His shoulders relaxed slightly. She walked past him toward the door. But understand this, she said without turning around. From tonight onward, you will never be at peace again. He laughed again, uneasy. What does that even mean? She paused at the doorway, looked back at him one last time. You'll find out. And then she left the room.